I'm going like 8 or 9, only because colorism is a thing.
What?
Who said hell no? Only because colorism is a thing, and I'm tatted, and all the things that I hear is like what makes me more attractive as opposed to my actual like face.
Yeah.
You're so beautiful, though.
So like here's the big problem today though is like this is very unrealistic thinking, guys. Like this is very like crazy. If just based off of numbers and just based off society how everything is, we're probably all close to average because we're a bunch of average people. None of us are millionaires or anything. Like we're not Kim Kardashian or anything. And we're all here in a regular studio, like in Dallas, Texas. Like none of us are special.
I mean, but do we have to have?
But no, I
be
don't.
celebrities to have a 9.
Well, yes. So here's the thing, guys who actually like, because once again, guys, y'all keep projecting what y'all think for yourself.
No, it's the guys that are hitting this shit and telling.
Once again, okay, yeah, oh my God, so you're telling me that guys tell you the truth all the time?
They might not tell me the truth all the time.
But Sergio, I got a question.
It's also my
no, I'm just saying, guys say nice things all.
They might not
when I started this show, ladies, I told everybody that y'all are beautiful 3 or 4 times. Okay, and here's the thing, like y'all are all beautiful, but. Like, would everybody? But no, what I'm saying is, would everybody on the internet agree with me?
No,
would
there's
every
always
man
going to be a
agree with me?
hater, even if you're the prettiest person in the world.
No, period.
Y'all gotta. Here, hold on. Every time you talk, please talk to the mic because they can't even hear you when you're talking. The guy, y'all gotta realize this is all ego. Everything that we're talking about right now, this is 1,000% ego. And if you think it's not egotistic to call yourself above average whenever you're probably closer to average. That is like literally what egotistic is. Like y'all are normal people. Like none of y'all are model status. A woman who is like a 10, 8, 9, or 10, that is literally perfect almost. Like that is literally 10 is perfect. So anybody that calls themselves a 10, if you're not perfect, then you shouldn't be doing that.
I mean, I got a question. So how do you view like Bill Gates' wife? Steve Jobs.
I don't even know what she looks like.
Yeah, let's Google her because they don't look like models, and they landed these billionaires. So what makes them different from the average?
Because they didn't leave.
Yeah. Well,
exactly.
Yeah, I mean that's a completely different thing. And those nerds are going to always choose. Like you gotta understand, those are not high value guys. Like don't get me wrong, they have a lot of money and stuff, but they're not. Like if they were single, they weren't gonna be getting pussy everywhere. Like you gotta understand, like that is still a certain type of guy that has to choose a certain type of woman. Like we're trying to talk about average here. Like we're trying, and here's the thing: y'all can have these numbers and think all this stuff like that, but at the end of the day, that's what keeps you single. Usually, is thinking a certain way. We talked about this earlier. Egos. This is what literally keeps people single. And like, if you lower that, like I really think. Because you were able to say that and be honest with yourself, not only does it look more attractive to anybody that ever sees that, but it also just makes you look like a good, humble person. Humility is a thing that nobody gives a fuck about anymore. Nobody gives a fuck about humility anymore. It is one of the most. It is probably integrity and humility are arguably the 2 most important things that people need today, and it is gone. It has vanished from society. Yeah.
I feel like that's a little weird as for like a man to want you to lower yourself. Like 5 is crazy. If I'm a man, I want a woman who's like, I'm a 10, knowing nobody can fuck with her. But y'all want somebody who's more, what is it?
Modest. It's humble. It's not even modest.
Humble,
it's not modest.
But it's like easier to manipulate.
You can be humble and
this always goes back to manipulation.
Okay, let me not even say it in a sense of manipulation.
It's crazy because if a guy has standards like this, like all I'm doing is sometimes telling y'all standards that I have or high value men have, and we get shamed for them. We get hit with the sign language. Shame, insult, guilt need to be right. We get hit with that shit every time, but I don't shame y'all when a woman asks or tells me that she wants a guy who makes $100K a year. I don't say, "You're a broke bitch." You know, like it doesn't make sense, or like it doesn't make sense. Or if a girl asks for a guy that's 6'2", I'm like, "You're a short bitch." Like it doesn't make sense. Like like men get shamed all the time for our standards, but women don't.
Right. Yes, we do.
We do say.
I have not shamed y'all though. I've told y'all can have all those
standards. Not society.
Yes,
you say that like
she wants to say something.
Okay.
I just had a question because we talked about men wanting to marry women who are regular and not the women with the BBLs and the injections because, that's what they want to fuck. So they want to marry the 5s. Yeah. And the 4s and the 3s and the 2s and the 1s.
And then cheat on
them. But in order to be considered a 10, we gotta have the money of a Jada Waiter. So the men don't want I'm confused.
That's why I'm
confused. No, let her finish. Go ahead. I'm trying to break it down. What are you saying?
I'm just saying so the men definitely want under average women.
They want normal women. Here's the thing,
it's men, for the ego.
It just depends.
But they want to consider the women with the money because that's all that changes us from these 10s and these 9s that we consider is the money. Because if we had the money to have the looks, to have the designer, to have the lip injections, to have the nose jobs, to have the BBLs, we would be 10s all of a sudden.
But what you need to understand is let's put Pillaire back to what you just said, okay? Once again, what men want. You said, what do men want? What did I tell you earlier? We categorize women. Mm-hmm. We put them into 2 categories. There's the sex girls and there's the wife girls. Okay, so you will get categorized. Like we can fuck those girls that have the BBLs, have those things. We do not want them to be the mother of our. Just think really hard for a second. If you were a man, would you want a wife and have a child with that girl that has to get her lips, her nose, everything done, her tits, her ass? Do you think that woman is super secure in herself and going to be an amazing mother to her kids?
So you love the way she looks versus the way that the woman in your life
She would
looks.
be in a fuck-only category.
Okay, but you prefer
She would be
her.
in a fuck-only... No,
you rate her more.
No. But see, this is what y'all aren't understanding.
Right.
Y'all think that a woman being rated as a 10, as a model or something, is more desirable. Okay. It's more desirable to fuck.
Okay.
How many times y'all got to say this? It doesn't mean that I want to wife her. It doesn't mean I want her to be the mother of my kids.
Is it personality? Like, what is it?
It's what you bring to the table. This is the biggest problem today, is that men and women each want something. Like men want certain things from a woman. Women want certain things from men. If I ask y'all right now, what do men want in a relationship? Who can answer it? We'll start with you. Can you answer it? Here, we're going to go around. What does a man want in a relationship?
I really don't know.
What does a man want in a relationship?
To feel secure in his manhood.
Okay. What does a man want in his relationship?
I feel like loyalty. I feel like a good mother, potentially. An independent woman, a submissive woman.
What do you think?
I was going to say, he want a woman that's going to shut up.
Okay. What about
Loyalty
you?
It's going to make him feel good.
And submissiveness.
Okay. What about
I think it's legacy. Like, you want a legacy.
To hold the rail and take care of the young ones.
Okay.
What was the question again?
What do you think men want in a relationship?
Security.
Security.
Yeah, I agree with them. Loyalty, security.
Mm-hmm. Well, you were the closest.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I feel like it's more like what you're saying, like, someone who's just, I don't know, almost kind of like their mom.
Well, we want
nurturing.
It's nurturing. It's nurturing. It's caring. It's loyalty. Those things are the most important. But then on top of that, y'all gotta understand, a guy of value, a guy that makes a lot of money or something like that, they want. I always talk about complementarianism. Egalitarianism is, if y'all are in an egalitarian relationship, that means everything's 50-50. A complementary relationship is where the man is really good at certain things and the woman is very good at certain things. So if y'all go, I'll give y'all an example. I slept with my girl fast because I told y'all that's how I usually do. I know a girl really has burning genuine desire for me if it happens quick. But how did she lock me in? She was cooking. She was cleaning. She was adding what I was bad at in my life. She saw, man, this guy makes really good money. He's really good at all these things. I'm going to come and help him with all these things that he sucks at his house.
Yeah. How was she supposed to know that you were going to do that, though?
Yeah, that's what we always go back to. I'm just giving you a praxeology of the facts of things. I don't know the best route to get to end up with what me and her have. Right. I do not know how y'all can get to it. It is extremely hard.
So I have a question.
And that's why we're, I guess.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the show, is to try to help.
And women, because you're trying to get them to us. So how the hell does that? How the hell do we know? When that's happening.
It's all based off of, like, I think that honestly women are way more emotionally intelligent than men. It's a fact, actually, that y'all are more emotionally intelligent. So I think that y'all can actually see these red flags and y'all know better sometimes. But your emotions, not having a man, the possibilities, not having a man to help you vet, like a brother or something, that all just screws everything up. Like, and like I said, I truly believe only 10% of people are even worth it today. And most of them are in relationships. I really think that if y'all want a really valuable guy that's good in relationships, you might have to watch until he gets out of one and then scoop him up immediately, because that's the only way you can tell if he's a relationship guy. Mm-hmm. How else are you supposed to tell?
Can I ask you a question, Sergio?
Yeah.
This goes back to us rating ourselves in the dating scene. So the women who always have people in their DMs talking about, oh, you're beautiful, you're a 10, all this stuff. How am I supposed to not take that, like, and
the wrong way?
Yeah, like, how am I supposed to say, okay, yeah, I'm a 7, I'm a 6.
This is the challenge. This is the challenge of society.
I love myself, and I believe that I'm a strong 8.5.
Yeah.
But if
so
these
that means
men
that person is too weak for you. But if these men in my DMs are talking about, oh, 10, you're a 10, you're a 10.
She's trying to say if all these people are boosting her, how the hell is she supposed to be a humble person when she's being boosted so hard? And I agree. Hold on one second. I talk about this on the show all the time, guys. If I were y'all, I wouldn't give a fuck about what men wanted. I wouldn't because why? Why would you when y'all got so many people coming towards you, so many DMs? Why would you ever care? But you have to for the men that you want.
Right. I was just gonna say that. Like, it's not so much about like that validation from outside, but validating yourself by the things that you are doing. If you're doing what you love, if you're trying to pursue something that's meaningful, then that validation on the outside is not. It doesn't hold that much weight. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like an added thing at that point. And then at that point, you're able to filter out who's bullshit, who's trying to tell you just what you want to hear versus who's being genuine with you because you are solid within yourself. So you don't need that validation.
Very true.
That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm so solid.
Talk a little closer if you can.
I feel like I'm so solid now. Like, I just be like looking at niggas. I'll be like, you ain't.
But that shows you know what you want.
Like, of course, yeah, I'm so solid. I used to be so
nothing.
Y'all gotta know though, like all that stuff, like having that mentality though, like it shows. Like we can look at why women end up with these kinds of mentalities, and it's usually from sleeping around too much or just it doesn't. So you gotta understand, if we look at statistics once again on these things, women's happiness levels in marriages plummet after 6 bodies. If a woman has more than 6 bodies and she gets married, her chance of being happy in a marriage plummets. We're talking like 50% of a plummet.